Oh, here we are. It's Thursday morning. Going home day. Yeah, the morning started out brilliant. Asked the supervisor, where do you want me? He said, oh, level 13, do the risers, 4 cables to do. Brilliant. What size? Are they cables, FP cables, or are they just normal cables? No, they're just normal cables. So you'll need, oh, that's a bad, isn't it? BW glands. So yeah, bring some BW glands up. The cable's a size smaller. I thought it was a 40, it needs to be 32, so I've got to go back down to number 1. Then I got here and the tap off I'm working on's locked off, so I can't open it. So I have to wait for the appointed person, the APE, in to come up with the keys. He's bringing them for me in a minute. And now I've realised that because it's a 3-core, it'll be an internal earth, so I need to go and get some earth sleeving as well. What a day. This day's getting worse. I needed 50 by 8 lugs. Oh. I've picked up 25 by 6 lugs. Honestly. So I've got to go all the way back down to number 1 now. The geezer in the lift's going to think I fancy him. I've been in it that many times. Then, what I'm going to try and show, this might not work, but what I've had to strip a cable down to take it from the load side of the ATS switch, which is like automatic transfer switch. It's like a changeover thing. Anyway, so we've got neutral, grey and brown. And what I did, I've dropped them from the top, put them in from the top. And then what I'm going to try and do, I've done it on those two and on the neutral. So you hold it there and hold it down here where I want to bend it, so it's set. And what I'm going to try and do is do it in one motion. So I'm just going to hold it there, put my other hand down there, and then bend that up and see if I can get the bend to form. I don't know where I'm going to put the camera though, so hang on, 2 ticks. Right, I'm hoping that that's a good enough view. So I better turn my light off just in case you get a glare from it. Hopefully you can still see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort of hold this one here, and then I'm going to try and judge the distance here to the bend and push it up, and hopefully it'll fall. Right? If it doesn't get it right, I can bend it back out, but just see if it's just like a little bit of a game. It needs straightening a little bit. Not too far away though. Black one's still what I want it to stay though. It's FP cable as well, this, so you get the fiberglass in between the PVC and the copper. Bit of a pain, but I'm gonna live with it. There you go, do the jump on that. Oops. Back you. There we go. Not half bad. I'm going to blow some hot air at them now, but the camera's resting on that, so I shall have to manoeuvre that out the way. But let me see. So that's them dropping down, kick in the bottom, and then down into there. I'm just going to heat shrink. I'm going to shrink the heat shrink, and then I'm tidying up because I'm going home. I've got a little bit of job to do tomorrow, but that's it for this one. Right, so I've travelled from London to the other job, which is in Ely, in Cambridgeshire. I happen to be quiet because I had to park in a residential street, so I don't want anyone to hear me as if they walk past. It's about 10 o'clock, but somebody could still walk past. There's cars going backwards and forwards. So yeah, I'm just going to park here tonight, and then it's about, I think it's a 5-minute drive to site in the morning, and then see what there is to do. Apparently there's some stuff that needs doing for testing purposes and turning on for next week, so that's going to be priority tomorrow morning. So anyway, I'll catch up with you then. I'm going to go and have a kip. See you in a bit. Right, it's Friday morning. I've got single core 4-core 185. I've got 2 4-core 120s and a 4-core 70 to do. 3 of them are going into this glam plate here, and 1 of them goes to a glam plate just over from where we are. But that one comes up, there's no rack on the wall, but they need it terminating because they're going to start, that's for the sprinklers, so they're going to start commissioning the sprinkler system, so I've got to let it come up through the rung, basically over and down into there. Now the 120 and the 70 come straight through that window, right? Now if you look from this side, straight through that window, they're not going down onto that rack and then going to kick down into this glam plate. So they're going to leave from there and then drop, so they're going to have to put a piece of rack as it comes through that window just to support them, and I'm going to have to give them enough height in order to get the rack in, so I'll have to do that and let them drop in. The other one goes over there, if it's there, the big one hanging down, so that goes into the next glam plate over from those 500mm singles. So I've got my work cut out today. I'm going to start drilling some holes now and then hopefully get them dropped in. Oh, there's the thing. This top chamber, here, look, this one, that's got a 4-core 120 in it. So let's have a look. Where's my thing? There. So it's right in the top, that one there. So they're going to have to sort of twist a little bit and drop, and and then the 70 goes in the one below. So I'm going to have to fight with those. The 185 goes into that big bugger down there. Right, I better get on. Right, I've got another little tip for you, right? Now this isn't go and buy some unbelievable Stanley blades that never go blunt, miracle, like the never ending gobstopper. This is just an on-site sort of quick fix. It's not like Bear Grylls, when he goes to the pub, he orders a snake skin with a litre of piss. He's just showing you that on the telly so you can sort of survive through the desert if you ever get stuck, right? So I don't need anybody saying, oh, this is common knowledge, mate, or this is... If it is, you think it's common knowledge, other people don't, right? Other people have never been showed it before, so they might go, wow, that's going to save me a load of time walking down to my toolbox to get another Stanley blade, right? You know what I mean? There's no need to say things like that, because then other people read it and go, oh, am I not that good? And it just makes people feel a bit... So when the tips go up, if you don't agree with them, if you don't want to use them, don't use them. But some people, or the majority of people, by the looks of the likes and the comments, yeah, they're quite happy with them. So this is the tip. There's me rant out the way anyway, but this is the tip. Stanley blade, right? It's blunt. I've got a 4-core 185 to strip. It won't go through. So what you need to do is, because it's only the tip of the blade that's the sort of bent over, and it's not sharp anymore, right? Side cutters, obviously I don't have side cutters, I use these, right? Just snap your blade off. Now that bit there then becomes a brand new blade, but just without a point. Now, like I said, if you're somewhere miles away from your toolbox and you haven't got a spare blade, you've run out of spare blades in the back of the back of this, right, the back of your knife, and you're thinking, oh God, I can't use this blade because if I slip, I'll cut through my leg or my hand or my arm or something like that. That resharpens it basically. Get on it. No daft comments, please. Just as a little input into this one and about the comments, right? I've uploaded this to TikTok as well. So a guy comes on and he goes, oh yeah, I just have some spare blades. This is stupid, this is whatever he said. So basically that's what I'm saying. Don't make idiotic comments, right? If you don't want to use the tip, don't use it. But he insinuated, I said, so what you're going to carry around with you a little box of your Stanley blades? Are you going to keep the back of your knife replenished, and every day you're going to have the little box of blades in your pocket, and you're also going to have the ones in your knife, and every time one of them breaks, when you've got a minute, you're going to go down, you're going to remember to take it out of your toolbox or out of your van and put it into your little box or into the back of your, you're not going to do that. People's brains don't work like that. All that is, it's like a on-site, in the middle of the jungle tip to help you out. If you're up in the attic, or you're up in a really awkward spot, your knife won't strip the cable, and you go, snip the end off it. It works every time. It's brilliant. Effectively, what it does, like I said, it resharpens the knife and it takes away the blunt part. It's no good for stripping if you're going to go lengthways with your knife like that on a smaller cable, but if you're going to cut through the knife, if you're going to cut through the PVC and down, you know, in a single line motion, then it's a perfect thing for it because it resharpens the knife. Anyway, sorry for having a bit of a rant there. Right, that's them in. The 185 will come over a little bit, so that'll drop in a bit more vertical than it is now. And then the other two, have a look around here, they come through the window, and I've left quite a sufficient bend. So what they can do is they can retrofit some containment round that with a bend on it and let the cables flow around. Otherwise they'd come in sort of like that, which would have looked absolutely pants. So now the problem is, I'm in here. Let's get some light on the subject. Right, now I've got a 120, like I said, to go in that one, but the lugs aren't narrow palm, so I can't terminate it. I've got a 70 to go in the one below, which I can terminate because they'll fit. And then I've got to decipher how I'm going to get into there, because that's the bars. Now I still need to hit those bars horizontally. I can't hit them diagonally because I don't then make full contact with the copper and the lug. So that is going to be a bit of a, not a lot of room there, is there, to get them like, so they're going to have to come down and then go in like that. I think how they've wanted it to be designed is they come in like this, but I'm not going to be able to turn or bend a 4-core 185 like that. So again, fantastic panel design. Well done, lads and lasses, if the lasses were involved. I don't actually believe they realise what these are made out of, because everything's in flexes in panels, all the internal wiring's all flexible. If they use big stuff, it's all flexible. I don't think they realise they exist. I'm pretty sure they don't. Anyway, I'm going to get some terminations done. I'll show you it when it's done, or partially done. Just realised something. Oh my god. I was going to bring the L3 straight through there, and possibly L2 through there, but then L1 and the neutral would have to come through this plate, and I can't, because there's a steel plate running then there'd be a steel plate running between the cores, which would then create an induction. Oh my god. Oh, and just out of while I'm moaning, those are the bolts that are holding the plate together. They're holding the full thing together. 8mm. Who carries an 8mm spanner? I think 10, yeah, but at 8. Oh my god. Anyway, I can see this being fun. I'll have to bring everything in the top and try and bend them. Oh man. Why me? Why did I decide to be a cable jointer? What an idiot. Never mind. Back in the bathroom again. I had some footage somewhere of the terminations. Can't find it. No idea where it's gone. So basically that's it. That's that video. That was the part 2 of the first week. And the little travel overnight to a different location, a different job. I'm hoping to I don't know whether anyone's interested, sort of do some like stealth camping sort of videos where I'm in the van, and I'm in, I don't know, a car park or a street, wherever it may be, and just what the routine is, what I do on a night, and whether anyone's interested in that, I don't know. But anyway, that was filmed well before Christmas, and I've just been a busy bee, so I haven't got round to doing it. I'm just doing it now. On the back of this then, I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a prosperous new year going forward. I've got some pretty interesting things happening. Some videos will follow. There'll be little TikToks, and there'll be maybe some Instagram posts as well, Instagram stories, and definitely some more YouTube videos. But yeah, things are going to be, how can I phrase it, a little bit more further afield this year. I'll leave that with you. Thanks for watching. Little thumbs up. Over the moon that you do. Some lovely comments over Christmas and New Year as well, so thanks very much for those that sent them. Happy New Year to you, and hope you had a great Christmas. See you on the next one. Brilliant.